I'm gonna ask my grandfather some questions. And let's just see what
I
his
hope you got soy sauce.
response is. Oh no, duck sauce.
Oh.
Oh, you don't eat
Yeah, I eat,
Oh.
but I just might use
you got your own soy?
I think I got some.
Tell him what you got, Papa. What's that?
Shrimp fried rice with vegetables, seasoning, soy sauce.
We got some fried chicken, white rice, beef and broccoli. So, we are going to start with the first question. What is your name?
James McRitty.
Got the whole name. Well, I refer to you as Pop-Pop. A lot of people call you Pop-Pop, but yes. James Riddick. And yeah. And what year were you born?
I was born August the 2nd, 1937. In Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay. Can you kind of tell me what it was like in Virginia growing up in 1937? That's the South. I mean, it's a lot of changes now. But can you kind of tell me, like, how it was for you as a child?
Well, most in the South, everything was, where I lived, there was mostly like segregated. And it was a lot of places you couldn't go and to even eat. Most of the time you had to go to the back if you wanted to order some food. You had to go like to a window and order.
Do you have like any, I'm not saying traumatic, but any experience that you remember like it was just unfair? Anything personal that you could remember?
One situation that I thought was very unfair, when you had to ride transportation, you had to ride in the back, whether it be a bus or a train.
You know what I find funny? Because now everybody goes sit back, like straight to back. You see that now. I'm sure you see a lot of changes from then and now.
When you used to go to some stores, you had to like wait online or either stand to a window to get waited on, and people take the time.
Yeah.
They're gonna wait on
You could be starving, hungry, ready to sit down and eat.
you. No. Whatever you got from there, you had to take it and go. You couldn't sit down in the window sitting down in there. We used to take our food sometime and go to the park where it was not too far from there. We used to get like, we go to restaurants, like get hamburgers and milkshakes. I eat hamburgers and soda, orange juice. But you could never eat in the place. You could never go in the front door.
That's so crazy.
Even in the schools, we had a lot of used books from the white schools that were used.
Like
they
pages and stuff was ripped out, stuff like that.
Yeah, and a lot of them was written, pages were torn out. A lot of people's names were in them. The kids that had the books.
I think my biggest question is, have you ever experienced like racial profiling or being called the N-word?
Yeah, anywhere from when we used to go down what we call a town where most of the black people used to hang at. We used to go like to the move. And we had to pass by white people's houses to get there. And they would call all kinds of different names, you know. And sometimes they throw things at us like either a sick dog or something. And we'd run. But once we get to like where most of the people of color lived at, you know, we didn't have that problem. It was rough, but you know, you got to a point you got used to it. You didn't like it, but you know, it was a way of survival. Either you do things, you get in trouble, and they lock you up like forever. Some of the guys, I managed to avoid a lot of trouble.
Well, that's good.
But not throwing them.
I'm glad you didn't choose like the
Sometimes
violence path.
I got into them.
I'm talking about as far as just a stone cold criminal, like rebelling and, you know.
National people gonna call the police. And you had to get from around them people's houses where they lived at and get to your neighborhood to avoid a lot of trouble from the police.
So, like, how did you feel when it was over? Like, a lot of changes started, you know.
It was a lot better.
Speak up and you guys.
It was a lot better, but a lot of time, certain things you go through, some of the scars still be there. Then it's according to what you do, you know, during that time. A lot of guys got in a lot of trouble by retaliating in a violent way, like destroying property, people's property and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's made bad matters worse. Some of my friends, I try to avoid a lot of that. Some of it I did, you know, like throw water on them.
Did you have like, would you say you had like a strict mom or she was a lenient? How was
Strict. I had a strict
Annie?
stepfather.
I have my great grandmother's name, guys, was Annie.
My stepfather was, he was a tough guy. He was very strict, very disciplined.
Do you think like some of the things that
There's a lot of things
that
that
instilled in you
that
to
you-
this day?
Yeah, to avoid a lot of trouble, but
Well, let's tell them
it kept me out of a lot of trouble.
that's
But most of the time, he, once he started going to church, he made sure I was with him all through the week.
What was he,
and that
like a
kind of-
minister? He was a part of the church?
Yeah, he liked the church. I did too, but not as much as he used to like to go. My mother never went.
Okay. Well, next question is, how did you end up in New York? I like this
came on
story.
we came on a bus ride.
With the church, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to go back. The
For
lady gave
church
us
dinner,
instruction
Gonna do the chicken?
when they were going to leave to come back. to Virginia, and we was out with some friends where a lot of people from Virginia used to, you know, hang out at, so we was up there with them, meeting different people from our home. We just met around.
Missed the bus.
And the bus left us. And they had told us what time to be back. And they were going to give us like 15 to 20 minutes grace period. So if you don't be back by then, we're going to leave you.
Y'all was having a
So
good
we're
old
letting you
time.
know now. You know, before we even got off the bus.
Nope, they told you. They told you. So like from there, you obviously enjoyed New York, right?
Mm.
That was your first time.
But
Or as an adult.
money ran out. A friend of mine found where his sister lived at.
Oh, okay.
And they left our luggage in the church, by the way. And we had to go there. And then the custodian in the church said, well, y'all got left. Showed us where our luggage was. Then we had to walk around. A friend of mine had his sister's phone number. And he called her. I want to know, could you come there, you know, and stay, because we had missed the bus. And we didn't know that much about New York. No more than people that we knew, you know, getting around, walking around, you know. This guy, they was telling us where this part of New York, where this part of Brooklyn is, that part of Brooklyn. And we had to walk around and find until we found where his sister lived at.
Whew. And this is what was this? The 60s, 70s?
Yeah, in the 70s.
70s. No real cell phone. No
Not one of them stuff.
maps and
No, they had phones in the street. They had,
yeah,
you know,
but
phone booth, phones, you know.
wasn't like it is now trying to find somewhere like.
No.
Well, I thank God they left him right here in the city every day. Thank you. And then that leads to my question. How did you meet my grandmother?
Man, a long time before I met your grandma. I had stayed a lot of places before I met her. Wow,
Yeah, but we just gonna jump right into that.
that's a whole nother.
I don't want to get into your wild stories. Let's just get into.
I met your grandmother when my sister and her mother, which is my half sister.
Right, all those.
When I found where she lived, I went, you know, was sitting talking to her, because I think I had got a job in between that time. No, I didn't.
So you was chilling over by on Rose.
I had found where she lived at. And I was around for a little while before I got a steady job. Then I had found where she lived. Before I even had a place to stay. You know, I had a place to stay. I had one room. And once I found her and her mother and her kids were living, in the city.
She lived in Manhattan? Harlem?
135th Street.
Oh, she lived in Harlem.
Mm.
Okay, I never knew that. So, okay, so you ended up meeting my grandmother, and was she in the military at the time or no?
No. Doing by my sister, her and her mother moved. Moved to Brooklyn, then I found them again. Because I had me a place to stay. And you know, I started, they want me to come stay with them. Over and her kids, because I used to, you know, go there and help her with her kids.
Mm-hmm. That's why they all love Uncle James.
And I met your mother doing by her. But they used to play cards all the time. They used to play cards. Your mother lived down the street. I mean, your grandmother lived down the street. I don't know, so I started talking to her.
So out of all the ladies you could have took to, I'm sure Aunt Rose had a few female friends. What stood out the most?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I know, but what stood out the most, you think?
What stood out the most? I don't know where we started talking. I know what really made me, one of the things, when I went to my sister's house and they were playing cards, they always played cards like on the weekend. I didn't never play no cards. First of all, I didn't know get to play cards with money. I ain't never play it. I didn't know how to play it.
Keep going what you got, right? You're already out there trying to survive.
I used to come down, you know, to be around her and the kids and her husband. And the neighbors and all of them used to come there where they knew. And they all were friends. But what really made me start talking to you, your grandmothers, when I used to come there like on Friday, I used to buy stuff called yakami. I used to go to a Chinese restaurant. I used to always stop there at my sister's house sometime on the weekend. You know, it's better instead of being home in their room.
Yeah.
That large room right?
Wanted to be where it was lit at.
And most time I used to buy this stuff that we call a yakami. And grandma saw me one night I was sitting there eating. They all from the car. She said, every time I say you eat, you always eat those noodles. Yeah, they taste pretty good. I used to, let me tell you. See how I tell you. I went to the store, I said, I'm going to get me a soda. And Susan had them on it. And when I came back, she had ate all my yakami.
Oh. So y'all bonded over the Chinese noodles?
No. You tell me, oh, that's so good. And she might eat it. I said, yeah, you ate it all. And your thing, you know, she's coming out of my thing just build up like from there. You know, you become familiar, start
You kept buying them noodles, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well I like that. That's nice. You was sharing, you was being very nice, genuine as you are still. And
No, I'm not.
so you shared your food. She liked the noodles. She ate all the noodles.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I didn't have enough. So
And then you find out she was married.
I knew she was married, but you know, you got to be very careful on things like that. It was a long time before we even really got, you know, you speak
Acquainted.
to yeah, that closeness. You didn't really get that close right away. And then, you know, because I had told her, I said, you know, you're a married lady. I said, I'm going to call no problem. It wasn't that night. Yeah, you know, it was a long period of time when they used to come down and play cards, blah, 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 blah.
All right, so let's fast forward.
Yeah.
1970, what, 5, 6?
So I think it was.
How did you feel when you found out you was having twins?
Oh, that.
Like, I'm sure y'all didn't have like a gender reveal, but like when you was at the hospital or got the news, whatever, like what was going through your mind? Not one, but two.
Yeah, when the doctor told me, you know, it was very, I didn't, what to say, get overwhelmed, but I said, wow, of course. I remember during that time when she was, before she had him, I was in the hospital. I had to have surgery. And it was about a month after I got out. I think that's when she had him, but she was carrying him. She was real lost, man. She used to come, I know she used to come see me in the hospital. And like every day for her was a struggle, because she, you know, she's carrying them kids, she got to get on the train, 2 trains, get to the hospital and all of that. After they were,
Dedicated woman, man. That's
yeah.
nice.
First, you know, even before all of that happened, before, you know, we start to deal with one another, you know, call ourselves going with one another. And first I didn't know. See, this is a dangerous situation. You know, married, they're right down the block there. So I didn't really get it was a long time before I really got real serious about it, because, you know, when you deal with somebody, they already got a family, she got a husband, got kids, you know, it's make things more complicated, make your life more complicated, because you got to be, you know, fibbing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And sometimes that person gonna be had demands on you that you got to, somebody got to be told a tale to, you know, and that can make bad matters worse sometimes. The bad matter, what I call bad matters, know the woman is married, she got kids, and sometimes when if I wanted to see her, she got to, you know, if he didn't want to watch the kids,
That was
you know,
creepy.
you know, but sometimes he'd be there, be at the house and he'd be asleep.
But y'all was that in the living room?
She had 1, 2, I think she had 4 kids. Yeah, first I didn't want to pursue it because, you know, it's enough when you're in a relationship with a person that you got to deal with the ins and outs of that. But when it's somebody else that is involved with the same person that you're involved with, that make things a little more complicated. Life is very complicated because you come upon so many different variations of life, man.
And so she got divorced.
No, he died. I don't think so. No, I don't remember.
But Pop-Pop, he died when I was alive already. I remember going to
I
the
don't
man's
think.
funeral. I mean, all right. Well, that they separated or whatever, right?
Yeah,
When
well,
they, and then y'all ended up in 425. How did y'all get that?
She how did this happen? So much happened in between. She
I gotta get these stories on a different day.
the people upstairs moved out.
Okay.
No, Rose and them moved next door, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I was staying there with my sister's mother next door.
Mm-hmm.
Now when she passed, that meant I was there like by myself,
Mm-hmm.
right? And after that, that's when she really started coming down to the house to talk. I said, the kids, the father watching the kids. And I noticed, you had to tell some story. You being out, staying out, like.
Wee hours in the morning.
Yeah, but she wasn't that far from her house, but it's the same, by the same token, she still got a family right down the street. Then she started.
She's a bad man, Gemma.
She started coming down. And then when her husband got shot, was it when he passed? Before she moved down there with
Papa, he didn't pass till like, I remember, I was born out. So he didn't pass. He was always alive. Y'all got together, and bam. Twins!
I'm talking about when she moved in with me.
Oh.
I can't remember now was she still alive then. No.
He was still alive, Papa. I'm telling you, he was still alive.
But anyway, yeah, she moved down with me because she had asked me when. I said, wow.
She's a bad man.
Now this is a big undertaking.
Hey.
And a woman ain't gonna leave her kids nowhere, So I think she left him down there. But
Oh,
till he got sick. If I'm not mistaken, till he got sick and bad. Yeah, so she ended up down there with me.
So you said when you found out you was having twins, like you was overwhelmed? It was like
No, I didn't get overwhelmed. It's just it was kind of exciting. I thought it was just one child when I went to the hospital. The doctors, the nurse told me when I went in the room. She said, "Well, you're gonna have twins." So I said, "Wow."
Do you come from a family with a set of twins?
Not that I know of.
So that was like the first.
I don't know nobody in our family that had twins.
Okay. Where did the names come from? Like who named Tashin and Ebony?
She named.
Okay.
Yeah, she named.
All right. Well, how did you feel when you found out you were going to be a grandfather? Well, you was already a grandfather, but I'm just saying, like, how did you feel when my mother told you she was pregnant or whatever? How was that? Do you remember that day, that time?
Not exactly. I remember when she was pregnant, I thought she was going to go to college, take some college course before she got pregnant, but after it happened, you got to prepare for the next thing, man. What has happened has happened. You got to prepare for the next situation.
Of course.
You got to prepare for the next camp.
Well, honestly, what do you think is the best thing about being a father or grandfather? What do you get out of that?
I always wanted some kids being able to give them instructions that will help them to progress in life, being able to tell them something that will help them to progress in life and have a better life than I have. Get more learning than I have to make things better for themselves, because I didn't go to school as much as I should have, I missed out on a lot because I got frustrated in school, Even when I was in high school, I didn't make too good of grades and whatnot. I got frustrated. And see, when you don't have your mind exactly on something, you do enough to get by, just to get from that point to another point, But I always try to talk to every time and, tell them, try to keep them in school. Learn as much as you can learn. You need everything. You need everything mentally in life, even now. Progress more. If you stay in the same spot, you ain't doing nothing. all the education you got is, you know, you could have stayed in the street and did that. Because you can use common sense and do a lot of things. Knowledge help you to motivate yourself in society and make a better life for yourself.
Well, unfortunately, I do think about it a lot, but I mean, like, you know, you are like my last grandparent on this earth. It would have been great to meet.
You got grandparents in Queens, right?
No, my grandparents are deceased. My dad's parents are deceased.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
don't have any. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I always wanted to ask you this, so I'm gonna ask you. Did, like, after losing my grandmother, did, like, dating ever cross your mind again?
What do you mean cross my mind?
Like, have you dated? Have you?
Now, it crossed my mind. It crossed my mind a lot.
Right.
You know, companionship means a lot, especially like now.
Yeah.
It's companionship because you have someone to converse with, you know, in your downtime when you're, you know, sick or whatever. It's not all the time downtime. As you age,
Right.
you don't get around as much. You don't do things like you used to, and you want that companionships. That companionship help a lot to make things a little more smooth.
So it does cross your mind.
Yeah.
You just really never took it into action.
No, I guess it's.
Cause I don't know about another lady.
I guess it's so much with being sick. I guess a lot of things. More concentrating on that now. You know, and that
Health is definitely top priority. But I mean, I know for sure, like, it's been years, Pop-Pop, like, years, Pop-Pop. But hey, you know?
Yeah.
What is your most favorite movie ever?
Shaft.
Shaft. That's with Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good movie.
It's like I haven't been in a movie in so long. Wow. I think the last time I went to the movie, I was with your grandma.
That's insane. That she's been gone for.
Yeah, I haven't been to a movie. Yeah, shit.
I mean, it's kind of my next question. So, anything you want to do or see before you go to the other side?
Well, most of what I'm concentrating on now really is trying to stay well as much as possible. Other things like, you know, it's so much that's going on with me physically. You know, this is most of what my mind is on now.
So you say you don't really have thoughts about anything else?
I would like to go, which I can, back to Virginia to see a lot of people that I used to go to school with.
So you would like a little, like, school reunion?
Yeah, they had one, but I missed it.
Okay.
About 7 years ago, they had a senior. No, it's been longer than that. It's in the paper. But I guess a lot of the guys and girls I went to school with them probably passed. So I talked to one guy that I used to go to school with. It's been about 7 or 8 years ago. He was in this lodge over there in the city. And he tried to get me to join it. So I went to the meetings a couple of times. You know, when I went to that meeting that they had. Yeah. But most of the guys
So you basically would like to relive your childhood, something from your childhood or something? Like, or just see some old friends that'll create some nostalgia for you?
Yeah, most of them would basically be, A lot of the people that used to be in Virginia are up here now, and everybody done got old. A lot of them, they used to be my friends. They're dead now, cause I used to know a few of them when we used to hang out at this bar town. They had a little band in the back and could dance back there. A lot of the guys from Virginia used to be out there, but sometimes you go out there now. The whole thing done changed. The season, with people, because either they're dead, their facilities isn't out there no more, there gonna be houses there, and people scatter around. If you don't have numbers or keep in touch, it's so many changes that your friends don't go through, or people that you know that you go through, they could be done moved. And trying to find them, especially people like my age, you got to find somebody that you know around your age or that you hung around with. Go up there now, it's a whole new generation.
Yeah, I say like you would probably have to, their kids, like my mom would have to do, it would have to, like something like that. Okay, so that's something you would love to do, Virginia. Link up with some old friends. I'm gonna keep that noted in my mind for you. Okay, we're almost done. So, what is your favorite color? Do you have a favorite? Blue. Okay. If you could live anywhere else, where would it be?
Right now, where I feel, here.
Nowhere else in New York?
No, right here in Brooklyn.
Okay. Okay, I got 2 ors for you. So I got Gladys Knight or Shaka Khan.
Wow. I like both of them.
Gotta choose one.
Gladys Knight.
Gladys, okay. One more. Got Ruby Dee or Cicely Tyson.
Wow, you picked out some heavy ones. I like both of them.
Yeah, but who is?
Let's see. Yeah, Cicely Tyson.
Cicely.
Yeah, she
Ruby Dee is a very great actress.
Yeah, she is.
Or was.
Was, yeah, both of them was.
Okay. And last but not least, what do you love most about me?
About you?
Raven Riddick.
You slow the anger. And I'm glad you're a little more calmer than a lot of young people that I've seen. Because today is very hectic outside. Most young people don't, a lot of them don't even know where they're going or coming.
They're crashing out. It's
and they make things so intensified.
It's crashing. You got a lot of crash outs. And when I say crash outs, I say like people that just don't have really nothing to live for.
See, you got all of the keys to life right out here. You just got to pick what you like to do besides all the negative stuff.
Pick what you love to do and do it with a passion and stay consistent with it. If you can't stay motivated, at least stay consistent. Yeah. Would you answer my call if I called you from the precinct?
Yeah, I would answer.
Would you bail me out?
Yeah, it would be yeah. Oh God.
Well, that wraps up our mukbang. That was great. I heard some stuff I never heard before. And the people love you, POPPOP. They think that what I do, the videos and stuff that I make is really good for you. With this new, like you said, this new day and age, a lot of stuff changed. It's all about content and things that people can gravitate towards. And I just noticed that a lot of the times whenever I post the algorithm is different. The numbers is different. It's just like it's something that they like to see, and it helps a lot of other people, you know, heal and get through certain things. Because a lot of people don't have their grandparents or was close to their grandfather and don't have that anymore. So seeing videos like with us and stuff like that, that could make a person's day. And if I continue to do that, that makes me feel good. Just being us, granddaughter and grandfather, we making somebody else's day.